Artificial intelligence and its application in mathematics. One of the most trending and happening subject of this decade is artificial intelligence. The most things we use in day-to-day life is based on artificial intelligence. For example, starting from our mobile phones to many other things which we don't know. Now, let's see artificial intelligence and the concepts of mathematics used in it. Hello, I'm Wilson Raj of 2nd MSc Mathematics of Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. So let's discuss artificial intelligence and the concepts of mathematics in them. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, which is also known as AI, is a wide ranging branch of computer science concerned with building smart machines capable of performing tasks that are typically require human intelligence. So, artificial intelligence is simply does not need a human assistance to perform an action but does need a human example to perform an action. What are the four types of artificial intelligence? They are reactive machines, limited memory, theory of mind, self awareness. These are categorized based on human senses. So let's take few examples of AI like Siri, Alexa, and other smart assistants. For example, in our mobiles, Google Assistants, self-driving cars, Google Maps, robo advisors, conversational bots, email spam filter, Netflix recommendation. These are judged according to our preferences and we get suggestions based on them. So these are the four types of artificial intelligence. So why mathematics? Why mathematics for artificial intelligence? So there are several points we can discuss on. Those are you cannot get clear picture or internal working of any algorithm. So mathematics, when we use mathematics we get clear algorithms of AI. And next is most of the readers write their research paper using equation, formulas, techniques, results, etc. It is required you to be understood mathematics to understand notation, subjects and applied techniques. So if you understand mathematics only, you can understand the notations used in artificial intelligence as a subject. In order to develop complex projects, you have to keep keen internal working of AI algorithms. So you have to understand AI algorithms better so that you can work on complex projects. Sometimes you have to fine tune the algorithm by changing the parameter values if you are not keen in algorithm perspective and understanding internal working of mathematics. You won't achieve fine tuning. So for that you have to understand the problem well so that if you change a parameter or any other variables, the perspective of the problem will be different. So you have to understand the problem very well. You can differentiate between things. And the final point is that as an AI architect or researcher, you cannot convey the experimental results in normal way. You have to explain in mathematical way. We know artificial intelligence is a kind of abstract subject, so you cannot explain in same way. You have to use and you have to explain in mathematical way that it is applied in mathematics. So let's see what are the um, categories AI is categorized under. So there are 5 categories as a outline of AI fields can be categorized in following diagram. Mathematical subjects concept will cover almost all areas in AI, not specific to machine learning or deep learning. So all the math concepts are being used in AI. So there are 5 basic categorization of AI that are learning, problem solving, uncertain knowledge and reasoning, knowledge representation and reasoning, communication. So these are the 5 categories of AI. AI mathematical subjects and required topics. I have listed 6 of them in this presentation. First of all, basic formulas functions are used in AI. The next in algebra, law of algebra, isomorphism and other things are used. In linear algebra, vectors, properties of matrices are used. Statistics, mean, median, variance, mode, everything are used. Real and complex analysis, sets, sequence, limits and etc. discrete mathematics, first order logic, algorithms, etc. So these are the major usage of mathematical concepts in AI. Applied mathematical concepts in neural network. First, let's see what is a neural network. Neural network is a comparison of a biological neuron and used in computer field. So, the diagram A represents a biological neuron. In that, we have dendrites, axon, and terminal of axon. These are the major parts, and this is the model used and developed, and which is the second image, that is an artificial neuron. So that is the development of a biological neuron to artificial neuron. This subject is called neural network, which is applied in every subject. Let me give an example as we go. So let's see the explanation. So for example, in diagram A, we see the dendrites. So each dendrites, we take it as a variable, and it has x1, x1, x2 and x3, and its values as w1, w2, w. So the sum of all the dendrites will be the nucleus, and the value produced will be traveling through axiom, and it will be produced as a terminal branch. The comparison of artificial neural network. So as we see, we have seen the how biological neuron performs. It's similar to artificial neural networks. So we have seen the dendrites as x1, x2, x3. It's same to a synoptic weights, that is w1, w2, and that will be this, the next will be the sum, that is the nucleus, the summoning node, and next will be activation function, and finally the output. This is how artificial neural network works. So comparative to biological neuron network. So let's see more about neural networks in AI. Neural network architecture has many nodes in each layer. We have many layers along with input and output layers. So as we have seen in both biological neuron in and in artificial neural network, we have dendrites as inputs as many layers. So there are many layers. That's how neural network works. It has many layers and sums it as one, and then performs the output. So we have 3 layers of action in a artificial neural network as well as a neural network. That is input layer. These are the dendrites, the inputs which we give as vector forms in a neuron. The next will be hidden layer, that is the nucleus part where the summation and the addition process of all the inputs performs, and a final value will be verdicted. Next layer will be the output layer. In this layer, the verdicted output will be displayed outside. So softmax function produces distribution. Neural network architecture built on the concept of neurons. As we all know, all the neural network architectures like NN, CNN, RNN, generative models, autoencoders, decoders, etc. part of deep learning and works on artificial neural network as well. One of my project title is RNN. I published a paper on it that it consumes major applications of neural network. For example, text processing, emotion scanner, various other things. For example, when we type in our mobile phones, we get a suggestions pop that is based on artificial neural network, especially RNN. And also it scans our emotions and produces results accordingly. Let's see some applications of neural network, that is artificial neural network, which is also majorly famous as artificial intelligence. There are many applications like gaming, healthcare, transport, agriculture, e-commerce, automotive, social media, etc. Let's see few of the application in operation. Application of AI, that is AI in astronomy. AI technology can be helpful for understanding the universe, such as how it works, origins, etc. In olden days, it was complex to understand a work of a star. But nowadays, artificial intelligence has made easier and made us to understand the problem much clearer. AI in healthcare. Healthcare industries are applying AI to make a better and faster diagnosis than humans. In olden days, The diagnosis for each sector was complex, but now it had made simple and faster and accurate results. AI in gaming. The AI machines can play strategic games like chess, where the machine needs to think of large number of possible places and possibilities. So AI software can play as human beings in gaming sector. In data security, AI can be used to make your data more safe and secure. For example, there are many safe security provided by AI, such as fingerprint scanner, face locks, voice recognitions, etc. Because these are unique for each individual, it varies from everyone. So your information is safe and secured with AI. AI in social media. AI can analyze lots of data to identify the latest trends, hashtag and requirements of different users. Let me give an example in Instagram. When you search a grooming product, for example, has shampoo, a shampoo based ads and suggestions comes to your box because it understands your need and provides with the needs satisfaction. So these are some examples of applications of AI. Now it's time for conclusion. Maths and stats subjects are very important. It is like a body without soul. You can treat the mathematics subject as the pay as you go wherever the requirement comes on the subjects you have to grab and start to work. But the above mentioned subjects are minimally required to understand any kind of topic or concept in AI algorithms. That is, as we have seen the many subjects of mathematics used in AI. So those are a minor part of a complex problem of AI. So we need to make sure that we are very much aware of the basic concepts to understand AI. And AI is one of the gifts to mankind. Let's make sure that we use it effectively for good and make this world a better place. Thank you.